Hello boys and girls, my last video I talked about homosexuality and there's so much more I can cover on that, but I'm going to stray away from that topic for now. I'm going to dive into the topic of video games and the impact it has on the child or the human being psych profile. Um, I started playing video games when I was literally 2, 3 years old, and as far as psychology goes, it never really ruined me, or in any of that kind of sense. I mean, as long as you have a division between reality and fantasy, video games, it's clearly just, it's fairy tales and fiction. It's, complete craziness. If you think about it, it's just something you would do for fun or recreation, and it's not something to be taken seriously, but supposedly it is. Parents have a stick up their ass or something. They always think that video games are the cause of school shootings, or it's responsible for all these other things in society, but that's just certainly not the case. And I think they're just looking for something to blame and point the finger at. Well, that's video games in this subject, in this manner situation. And the thing that baffles me the most is the parents will complain, my kids are playing violent video games. Well, dumb bitch, don't fucking buy them the video games. You have to be at least 17, 18 years old to purchase the game in the first place. They'll even ask you in the damn store, ma'am or sir, we realize you're purchasing this graphic video game for your son, daughter, whatever. Usually it's a guy or a boy. This has mature content, use of drugs and alcohol and nudity, tits everywhere, and you see where I'm going with this. It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous. It's outrageous. It's out of this world. It's unheard of. It's not even unheard of. It's my God. What are we coming to these days? These final hours we have. And when it comes to school shootings, all the connections and the reasons and purposes for and intentions and motivations behind all those is it deals with kids that are bullied often, kids that are really, they usually just want to have revenge or some sort of, they have a large amount of contempt obviously for human beings because they're treated like shit, or they're just depressed, or in some rare cases psychologically ill. But to claim that all of that has to do with video games, it's just absurd. And video games personally didn't do anything for me. As a matter of fact, I think it was a stress tactic for me to escape from reality. It was a thing that I still to this day use to relax and just, sit back and enjoy. Just, have not a care in the world, It's not something to be taken seriously. It's just, you can even think of it as a joke. It's not something that should be controversial in the first place. I mean, if anyone's to blame, it's the parents. It's the stupid freaking parents that could start all these problems, man, and accuse video games for something that has nothing to do with, it's not associated with any of these events or situations. I mean, give me a break. It pretty much covers most of what I was going to talk about. And video games do, even if you have the shittiest parents in the world, and I know how that can be. I don't have the shittiest, but I can understand how people are sometimes. But as a human being, you'll have the most basic instincts, and if you're a little kid and you're playing video games, I swear to God, you have to know the difference between video games and reality. And even if you don't, there's no way you would be capable. It's not like the child is it's a virtual reality or something, like he's being programmed to kill. That's just stupid. This has been going on for years, and it makes no sense. The only reasons people will make on this were random speculations or just incoherent messes and just claims that run in circles. It doesn't go anywhere. So, you should pretty much just drop that entire case. It's stupid. Now, I will admit video games they are not productive, and they aren't educational or anything of that sort. They're something that should be used with some moderation. They can become addicting, and that's another thing. They're trying to blame all addictions, sex, drugs, alcohol, violence on video games. But I mean, what? Give me a fucking break. How long have video games been around since the beginning of time? I mean, did 9/11 happen because of video games? Did the frickin' Holocaust happen because of video games? I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe. Shit. Well, the point I'm trying to make here basically is just don't point the finger at something that is completely irrelevant to what you're trying to. I guess if it makes you feel better, whatever helps you sleep at night, then fine. But keep it to yourself in front of the mirror. You're only lying to yourself. But the fact is, you need to wake up and smell the coffee.